everyone. All right, so we have started a conversation in our client resources about some of the languaging and movement. And so last week, Parker helped me to define contrast in movement. We talked about contrast being movement in opposite directions that occurs simultaneously in your body. So with Parker, you were looking at push and pull mostly. There was a lot of down and up. Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to do a little bit more with this because contrast is one of my favorite things to teach as someone who loves moving in very full ways, right? Very full ways, or also if you like movement that uses your entire body in different directions, honestly. So that's what I like about this for everybody to understand is that when you put movements together, when two contrasting things show up, they really enhance your stability and sometimes make the stability work. Okay, so I'm going to just show one of the kids' recent pieces of artwork. This is Lyra's picture. My daughter loves to draw. She loves to draw as an outlet. COVID-19 shut down. She drew every day for really long stretches of time. So I have like a pretty big portfolio from her. So I'm hoping you can see all the colors. All right, so there's a lot going on in this picture, right? So Lyra drew a beach scene and she has all the supplies you need for a perfect day at the beach. And all the supplies also have puppy details, the umbrella and the towel. And then there's fish swimming in an ocean, and she drew this as a sunrise. So with the word contrast, I'm just hoping you can kind of see the contrasting colors she picked here. The water's all different colors, so that would be synchronous, right? Synergist? I think I'm gonna get the words wrong with that. But the blue sand against the yellow sand against the blue water, definitely contrast. The pink and purple beach umbrella and towel, totally contrast as well. So because the two colors are side by side, many times Lyra finds it visually appealing as an aesthetic to use the contrasting colors against each other because it makes her eye, right? She likes how that looks. To her, it seems orderly. It gives it dimension. It gives it a little more flavor, if you will, style, okay? With color and things she makes. So with movement, I'm gonna kind of get us right down on the floor actually. Since we already discussed push and pull, I thought we would work on curving under and curving over something. Okay, so if you were here on the ground, right, say you're taking your Pilates workout for the week, right, or you're doing some floor exercises, there are muscles that are on the inside of your legs that go on to the inside, right underneath the hip, the seat. There are muscles that are on the outside of your legs, pinky toe sideline, and then these muscles go all the way here to the side of your hip as well. So if you were to engage them on one side and impress into them on the other side, at the same time sending direction into your legs are much more stable because you have that together working, right? That you can do things from those legs. You'll be able to move your hips, your abdominals, your spine, okay? So let's do a half roll back. I think everyone is, our ongoing Pilates clientele are very familiar with this exercise. It is one of the first spinal movements you get when you're learning how to do Pilates. So I think that's a pretty safe one for everyone to do. All right, so let's try that, okay? You could do bent legs or you could do extended legs. So engage your legs on the inside Sometimes we might put a prop in your legs if that is hard to feel. I'm just touching my muscles, that's enough for me, okay? That is a wrapping inwards to my center. Now press into the outer side of your hip, right? Magic circle exercise, you can look right at that magic circle leg and it's that. Do the motion simultaneously and see if you can kind of ground yourself and right into the middle of your heel. Pretty cool, I know. Make the nest still go. Okay, so let's use those actions. I'm gonna hug in, I'm gonna press outwards, and I'm gonna see if I can rotate my hips forward because I'm using the contrasting actions in my legs. Wow. All right, not so crazy. I am definitely not perfect, as you know, especially Pilates for me is not my first languaging, but it's a very worthwhile language and it benefits me a lot, so I stay with it. Inside muscles, outside muscles. All right, so now that I'm rolling a little bit more, right, larger range back to my hip, I notice I need a little more stability. So if I pull back in my abdominals here, I am going to go curve under with the low part of my seat. Wow, okay, right? And then up we go. Let's do one more time. Contrast here. This is pulling back and under. This is going under and forward. Hopefully you can see that well. And I'm also doing this, staying in one place. Okay, so rest your back. So say I don't know that, right? Like when I teach younger people, when I teach our youth kids, they don't really know, they don't think about all that. That's like a bunch of details. It's like too analytical for them, okay? So if I don't know that, I can still roll my body, but you see how my legs just kind of slide back and forth with me? It's not really giving me enough stability, right? My leg is just kind of moving with my body. Again, is that wrong or bad? In the larger perspective of movement, no, I'm just rolling back and sitting back and coming up. But in an exercise, if I'm not stabilizing my body well, I'm not getting as much out of it either, right? That I could. Okay, so that's another example of contrast. Contrast when you're on the mat. Movement initiates in the center of your body, in your stable source. But exercise becomes really fun and feels great when you explore the different contrasting actions or oppositional actions that are available in your body, right? So for another time, but that'll be good, it's good today, our leg and our hip can turn in and turn out. Our arm and our shoulder can turn in, turn out. That's another example of contrast that works in action. Okay, so please share this with someone who can benefit from it. If you like it, like and subscribe so that you can receive information quickly when we make it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.